Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon and welcome to this graduation in the School of Chemistry, the School of Geographical and Earth Sciences, and the School of Physics and Astronomy, mainly in the College of Science and Engineering, but also for our graduates in these disciplines in the Colleges of Arts and Social Sciences. I do hope you have a very enjoyable afternoon.
Oremus. Aeterne Deus et clementissimi Pater, gratias tibi quam maximus agimus, quod nos, affera et agresti vita, ad artes ingenuas et scientiarum cognitionem deduxeris, quod domum nostrum, perpetua largitate et misericordia, usque ad hunctiem prosecutus sis, quod viam nobis et veritatem et vitam, in filio tuo indicaveris. A te, Pater, petimus, ut servi tui graduandi, ab his perfecti initiis, ad metam perfectionis adspirent, et nobis nostraeque republicae, laudi et ornamento esse possint. Tibi, Pater, Filio, et Spiritui Sancto, sit laus, honor, et gloria, in saecula saeculorum. Amen.
Please be seated.
Chancellor, by the authority of Senate, I present to you this person on whom the Senate desires you to confer honorary degree of the Doctor of Science, Professor Robert Boyd. Robert Boyd was born in Buffalo, New York. He received his first degree in physics from MIT and his PhD from the University of California at Berkeley. His thesis was supervised by Nobel Prize winner Charles Townes, and his thesis was on nonlinear optical techniques in astronomy. Professor Boyd literally wrote the book on that subject that we call nonlinear optics, a field which is nearly as old as the laser itself. His book is unsurprisingly called Nonlinear Optics, and it adorns the shelf of every optics laboratory in the world, including my own. Since its publication in 1992, the book has received over 8,000 citations. Isaac Newton would have considered nonlinear optics to be a modern-day alchemy, where focusing a bright laser into a man-made crystal transforms the color of the laser light from an invisible infrared into a very visible green. But nonlinear optics does other things too. Some of Robert's own work passes the green light from a laser through a ruby crystal, slowing the speed of light to a walking pace. So slow that Usain Bolt could give it a thrashing at this year's Commonwealth Games. In more of his work, he forms images from light that has never seen the object, a topic we call ghost imaging. Other strange quantum effects include the instantaneous copying of a light beam from one place to another, what we call quantum teleportation. But more about teleportation later. After over 30 years at the University of Rochester, in 2010, Robert was co-appointed as a Canadian Excellence Research Chair in Quantum Optics at the University of Ottawa. Given a research budget of $25 million, he is tasked to place Canada at the head of his field, a task with which he is making great progress. Robert is a frequent visitor to Glasgow, where he is also a visiting professor here, and he has a close collaboration with my own group, for which I'm very grateful. The collaboration has led to many high-profile papers, including those in Science, the world's leading journal, and collaboration between the two groups includes regular exchanges for our research students to experience life in different cultures and in different laboratories. And it is a platform on which we are building close links between the universities of Ottawa and Glasgow. During one of his first ever visits to Glasgow, Robert announced to me that he had seen all of Leonardo da Vinci's paintings bar one. Excitingly, the remaining painting was displayed in Drumlanrig Castle, which, as some of you may know, is 50 miles south of where we're standing at the moment. So obviously, we should go and see it. This we did, but bad news. We arrived to find it had been stolen. But the good news was it had been found again. But further bad news was it was now hanging on the wall of the Procurator Fiscal, who, as part of the trial, had decided to look after the evidence personally. Robert tells me that although the painting is credited to Leonardo, it is actually probably the work of his students. So it seems that our own PhD students should be assured that it was ever thus. Beyond art, Robert is a keen, and on the basis that he can actually stay upright, I've seen the photographic evidence, I would say an accomplished surfer. His son-in-law has appeared in Star Trek, you know, the one where they say, "Scotty, beam me up." And given that Robert is the only person I know who has a 5-hour commute to work, I can only assume that his son-in-law is busy turning Bob's quantum teleporter into a real one. We'll have to watch this space. Chancellor, I invite you to confer the honorary degree of Doctor of Science, honoris causa, upon Professor Robert Boyd.